Welcome back. It is Sunday, November 12th in the NBA. My 5 favorite picks are on the way. It's Austin from Calling Our Shot, joined today by a special guest. I believe you know who it is. It's my friend, The Broom. A 3-0 sweep yesterday. Let's talk about it. Day 2 of the ladder challenge. Donovan Mitchell and Klay Thompson almost were, I was about to yell some curse words at them, but they got it done. We appreciate them. Day 3 will be today. We're not taking a day off. Day 3 will be live a little bit later on today. Giannis, we're not touching any of the 2 early NBA games, by the way, so don't worry about that in terms of the ladder challenge. Then Giannis over in points. He got that done relatively easily. Dame Lillard didn't play, but hey, Giannis still did his job. And then Kyle Lowry over 19.5 PRAs. Ended with 24. Did get lucky that Jimmy Butler was announced out. Got a little bit lucky with the injury news yesterday. It's going to balance out as the season goes on. I'm going to give out plays in the morning, and then you're going to see guys randomly that were out get ruled back in. That's going to happen. It's going to even out, but we'll take it. We'll take a 3-0 day. Let's continue this momentum. Day 3 live later on today. I said that already. And then, of course, we're on a 17-5 run. Let's keep it going. Hopefully, we've been helping you guys make some money. If we are, hit that subscribe button, drop a like. We do these videos every single day. Now, before I dive into it, Underdog Fantasy, great plug, Austin. Great shirt that you're talking about. They have a free square for Garrett Wilson to get 1 yard. He is a New York Jets wide receiver. I'm a little impartial to the Jets, but it is only for new users. Make sure you sign up. When you do sign up, use our code COS or the link at the top of the description. You get 100% deposit match, and you get access to that free square. Take advantage of it. You can throw it into my Underdog entry that I will talk about at the end of this video, trying to turn $25 into $250. But let's dive into our favorite picks today. We got 5 of them, and we're going to start with the first one. Is going to be day 3 of the ladder challenge. I keep saying this. We play these for 1 unit in addition to rolling over the funds. So today, if you've been tailing the other 2 days, you got 1 unit on it, whatever your unit size is, $10, $20, $100, I don't know, $500. You guys are crazy. And then we're also going to roll over and now have $40 to play on this one. Maybe we'll talk about that. I think we're smacking day 3 today. Now let's move on to our regular picks. Technically pick 2 of the video, but we'll track it really as, pick 1, whatever. I don't care. It's going to be the guy on the thumbnail. It's one of my favorite players to watch in the NBA. His name is Zion Williamson. I like his over 25.5 points, minus 118 on FanDuel. Now, I would play this at 26.5. I think there is a chance that Zion drops 30 plus tonight, which would be his first 30 plus points of the season. And if you actually look at Zion and you got a 25.5 line every single night, and you took the under, yeah, you'd be a perfect 7 for 7 this season, as he has not gone over this line all year. Now, you look at the lines, though, and who he's faced. He's faced the Grizzlies, tough defense. Knicks, tough defense. Rockets, very tough defense. Nuggets, who have Aaron Gordon, who's played well against him. So he's faced a lot of tough matchups, and that's why he's gone under. Today, he's being gifted one of the best matchups he could ask for as he faces the Dallas Mavericks. Now, why, you might ask? Mavericks, allowing the 3rd most points in the paint behind. They're allowing 57.8 per game. Behind the Wizards at 58, then the Pacers at 61. You don't really want to be in a class with the Wizards and Pacers, 2 teams that don't play really any defense. And so the Mavericks, I don't trust them to play any defense at all. I don't think they have any guy on the court that can stop Zion Williamson, especially at home. And look, Grant Williams, they like to say, Grant Williams, great defender. Watch Grant Williams play defense. Watch Zion give him a simple in and out move. Dude, Grant Williams is going to be on the bench in like half a second just from getting shook out of his shoes. I'm not sold on Grant Williams defensively. Kawhi was cooking him last game. I expect Zion to do the same thing and Ingram to do the same thing as well. We've seen Zion's last 2 games versus Dallas, 36 and 38 points, both back in 2021. So take that with a grain of salt, but this is still a Mavericks team that he can go out there and exploit. He actually talked about the favorite place for him to play is in Dallas. I wish this game was in Dallas. I don't know what's going on with Zion and some freaky ladies in Dallas. That's my hypothesis, but you know what? That's not here nor there. They were down CJ McCollum. I really think he dominates. He's only shooting 50% this year so far. He's averaged 60% from the field in his career. He's due one of those games where he goes like 13 for 15 from the field. This could be one of those. So give me Zion's over in points. I think he dominates at home. That should be a close game against the Mavericks. Now, my second play is going to be a guy that just made us some money yesterday. 2 days ago, and he got ejected in that game, and it's Mr. Jiren Jackson Jr. I like his over 21.5 points, minus 115 on FanDuel. Now, if you're watching that video on Friday, I talked about, well, this line felt like an overreaction. You saw Jiren have a couple good games that jumped the line all the way up to 26.5. I was like, that's a little bit too high for Jiren. I think this is the same thing. It's an overreaction to a game he got ejected in. They dropped his line down 5 points, and that's way too low. Over Jiren's last 6 games, averaged 24.7 points per game. Also, I played this at 22.5. He scored 30, 19, 30, 27, 28, and 14 points. You look at the 2 games he went under. One game he shot 5 for 17, and the Grizzlies lost by 24, so didn't see a ton of minutes. And the other game he got ejected in. So, what do you want from him? I mean, he's shooting the ball a ton. He's basically one of their only options out there offensively. That's against a Clippers team that I don't think really can guard him, honestly. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, they don't try on defense until they get to the postseason, or maybe when you get into the end of the season when they need to win. And the other guys on this team, if you want to put Ivica Zubac on him, go for it. See how that works. We'll just see Jiren just be able to spam threes and stuff. So we've seen Jiren these last 6 games. He's averaged 17 field goal attempts in each of the 6 games, minus the 1 ejection game where I think he had 13 and 23 minutes. So the man's shooting 17 plus times. He also can get to the free throw line, like averaging 6.5 free throw attempts per game in this time span. And last year, we saw Jiren score 22 plus points, hit the over in 14 of 21 games with 15 or more shots. So this is a guy that's shooting more than 15 times. And when he does that, I mean, he's not, necessarily, the most efficient guy from the field, but he's also not the worst guy. This is a guy that gets to the hoop, does a lot of stuff in the paint. And I think that's what we're going to see from him. If they want to put Kawhi Leonard or Paul George on him, we'll see him post him up and just go to jump hooks and stuff like that. If they want to put Ivica Zubac on him, we could see him try to take him off the dribble, get to the free throw line. But still, I just don't think the Clippers can stop him. And this game could be a blowout, but here's kind of my blowout note. Jiren's last 4 games versus the Clippers, he scored 9, 24, 26, and 26 points. He played less than 30 minutes in 3 of those 4 games. So if he plays less than 30 minutes tonight, it's probably either 1, he's in foul trouble, or 2, it's a blowout. But he's already shown the ability to hit this over in a blowout against the Clippers. I really like this spot for him to back him in a bounce back game. He just got ejected last game. There's no shot he's not at least a little bit motivated to come out here, put that ejection behind him and his teammates, and go out there and dominate. Look, I don't trust the Clippers to blow him out either. We've seen this Clippers team since James Harden arrived. So I really like Jiren on the road in LA. I think he lives in LA, if I'm not mistaken, too, in the offseason. So Jiren, go show out for some friends and family. Hopefully you have some in attendance tonight. Now, my 4th play, we're going to talk about a guy we haven't talked about at all this season. Talked about him a ton last season. This is my only play in the early games. It's a 3 p.m. start. Spencer Dinwiddie over 19.5 points plus assists, minus 125 on DraftKings. Now, before you place this, if it does jump up to 20.5, go check out what his PRA line is. Did we see Dinwiddie? He could grab 4 or 5 boards and probably give you a good chance of hitting that. And I don't mind it at 20.5. I think this comes down to how many minutes does Spencer Dinwiddie play. If he plays his normal minutes, plays more minutes, we should see an easy winner here, as the Nets will face the Wizards in this early showdown. Cam Thomas and Ben Simmons, they're both out. Dinwiddie's going to have to run this offense for this Nets team while he's out on the court. And we saw last game versus Boston with no Thomas, no Simmons. He did well, 16 points plus assists in 20 minutes, but they benched a lot of their starters. No starter played more than 28 minutes. We're talking about Mikal Bridges, who normally plays, 36, 38 minutes. He didn't play that many, and it was a blowout in that game against a very stout Celtics defense. That can, obviously have Drew Holiday, but they have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, all capable defenders, Derek White too, that can move their feet and really make it tough on a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie. The Wizards don't really have that. This is the team we've already talked about early on in this video. Wizards, 2nd most points per game in the paint, 5th most fast break points allowed, and they play at the fastest pace in the NBA. So they're moving up and down the court, not playing any defense. That's what the Wizards do, and we should see Nicholas Claxton back, which should give Spencer Dinwiddie not only a guy that can set screens, because they've really been doing guys, they've been playing 5 wings who don't set screens. Number 2, gives them a guy that's good for going in and scoring lobs and catching lobs, scoring points in the paint, giving him an easy assist threat. So honestly, it wouldn't be surprising if you want to go for a long shot, Dinwiddie to get a double-double. I have no idea the odds on that, but I think it's probably worth, a dart throw if it's pretty good odds. But at the end of the day, I think this comes down to minutes. If he sees 30 minutes, that's going to be easy. He'll hit this. If he sees 25, might be sketchy, but look, this is a team in the Wizards that don't play any defense. I think he can score some points. I think he can get some assists. I really like Spencer Dinwiddie tonight. So, technically this afternoon, he means over 19.5 points plus assists. Now, my 5th and final play of the day will be an under. You guys hate these, and this is a guy that no one wants to take an under on. Nikola Jokic, I like his under 9.5 assists at minus 115 on FanDuel. Now, I honestly, I don't like taking unders. I definitely don't like taking Nikola Jokic unders, but this feels like a great spot to take one. And if it doesn't hit, I won't probably take another Nikola Jokic under for a while. But we've talked about Nikola Jokic before. When he's on the road, the assists plummet. And when he's facing a very good Houston Rockets defense, I don't anticipate him getting a ton of assists. But let's talk about Jokic. This season, he's averaged 8 assists per game. He's under this line in 6 of 9 games. The 3 games he's played on the road, 3, 5, and 7 assists. So he's soared under all games on the road. And we've talked all extensively about his home road splits. We normally back him at home for assists or rebounds plus assists. Last year, he averaged 8.5 assists per game on the road. In his last 25 road games, all regular season, I'm not counting the playoffs, averaged 8.1, going under in 17 of 25 games. So this is a guy that notoriously goes under on the road. It's not necessarily Jokic plays bad on the road. It's no more so his teammates don't play great, and it's more so he's kind of more of a scoring role. And we've seen Houston this season, Ime Udoka, round of applause, bro. You have done a wonderful job turning around not only the Rockets, but also this defense. They have a very good defense. Look at the Rockets, allowing the fewest assists per game in the NBA at just 21.6. At home, that number drops down to 20.3, still the fewest in the NBA. No player has more than 8 assists for Houston this season. They faced some good point guards, and a lot of those guys that got 8 assists were on the road. Houston back at home, where they're doing really well, and they also allow the fewest points per game in transition. This is a team that's getting back on defense, forcing you to beat them in the half court. Now, sure, Jamal Murray's out. Jokic is going to get the ball in his hands. But we also think about Jamal Murray. Normally, a guy with those dribble handoffs can lead to a lot of assists for Jokic. So we look at Jokic's last 25 games without Jamal Murray. He has averaged just 8.2 assists per game, going under in 17 of 25. The 8 games he went over, 5 of them were at home. So, look, the other 3 that he went over when Jamal Murray was out, he played the Hornets twice. That's 1 and 2. Played the Warriors, team that he always destroys. So, look, I really like Jokic under 9.5 assists. They have his triple-double at like plus 150. I wouldn't be surprised if people are hammering that. I don't think that's a good wager. Give me it's under 9.5 assists. But finally, let's wrap up the video with my Underdog fantasy entry. And then we'll get out of here. Reminder, they have that free square for Garrett Wilson to get 1 yard. Take advantage of that. You can only get it, or you'll get it with code COS. You'll also get a 100% deposit match. Here's what I'm rolling with. It's 4 guys I've already talked about. The only one that changed is Jiren's line is 22.5 there. Like, I'm fine with that. I like this one, turning $25 into $250 on Underdog Fantasy. Dinwiddie, Jiren, Zion, and Jokic. Boom. There we go. And then day 5 or day 3, let's try to hit that. If you want to sign up for Underdog, use our code COS or the link in the description. Finally, it's day 3 of the ladder challenge. If you are this far into the video, I have already placed the ladder and I will give it to you right now. It's on the screen. Don't let people know in the comments, but it's on the screen. You can check it out. That will be day 3 of the ladder challenge. I appreciate everyone that is, 11 or 12 minutes into this video. There you go. I'll also make my YouTube short and all that stuff in a little bit, but I'm not telling anyone the ladder's in this video. So don't tell anyone either. Just give yourself, a pat on the back, like, hey, I watched the whole video. That is my appreciation to you all. But it's Austin. We're signing out. If you want to know why I'm picking those legs, I'll talk to that in the YouTube short post in a little bit. We're signing out. Let's have a 5-0 day. Bring out this bad boy once again. And I will see you guys again. Let's stay hot. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, an NFL video is popping up on the screen. 6 picks for Sunday. Go check it out. Show me some love. Love you guys. Have a great Sunday. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.